Hello, folks. My name is Stacy Yanchuk-Oleksy, and I'm the CEO of Money Mentors, and I am delighted to talk with you today about taxes. I say that a little tongue-in-cheek because, not too many of us, unless you're a tax specialist, want to talk about taxes. But as solopreneurs and small business owners, it's absolutely crucial, as you know, that we handle our taxes. So let's get to it. So why understanding taxes matters? Well, as you know, right, if we get into trouble with Canada Revenue Agency, we're going to get penalties if we owe. We can take advantage of our tax deductions. We can plan and save effectively, and we can also build a sustainable business. Because if we have tax troubles, that can actually derail our business. So if you are a sole proprietor, some things that you need to know. So you need to report your income on your personal taxes. So your tax return, so your T1. Use your form T2125, your statement of business or personal activities. You want to pay CPP contributions and income tax. Okay, that's really important. You want to also set aside, around 25 to 30% for income taxes as well as CPP. Okay. And if you make more than $30,000, then you do need to register for GST. If you are an incorporated business, some things you need to know is you need to file a separate corporate tax return, so a T2. Okay. The small business tax rate is around 11% in Alberta. Okay. You are an employee of your corporation. So if you're incorporated, you work for your corporation. Okay. And you can pay yourself a salary or dividends or both. And you must keep corporate financial records. So it's really important that you do keep that. Some common deductions. You can deduct your home office expenses, office supplies and software, professional services like accounting and legal. You can deduct travel and meals within limits, of course, vehicle expenses if it's being used for business use. Okay. And you can go to www.canada.ca, okay, for a comprehensive list. So what you want to do is go to Canada Revenue Agency for that list. And there's a list of deductions. Some deadlines that you really do need to be aware of, because when it comes to taxes, right, we want to be on time and we want to be accurate. So for sole proprietors or solopreneurs, as I like to say, we want to make sure that we're filing our taxes by June 15th. Okay. For corporations, the T2 return is due 6 months after your fiscal year end. So whenever that is. Okay. And GST returns can be done annually, quarterly, or monthly, depending on how you register. Okay. Some tips and tools. Okay. Keep detailed receipts and records. You can never have enough detailed receipts and records, right? It's better to have too much information than not enough. Use accounting software if you'd like. There's Wave, there's QuickBooks, there's a variety of ones out there. Work with a tax professional. If that is not your expertise, and maybe you are an artist or you're a welder or a writer, okay, your expertise is somewhere else. And so it's important that you want to get your taxes squared away, okay, and work with a tax professional. Review CRA, so Canada Revenue Agency Small Business Guide, Tax Guide, okay, and budget for taxes throughout the year. Okay, instead of doing it in one lump sum, okay, try to budget for it monthly or quarterly. And then finally, okay, understanding your taxes helps you avoid stress and stay compliant. Because when CRA gets involved in your life, things can get very stressful very quickly, right? Whereas if we just take control of things, if we're proactive with our taxes, then we don't have to have them in our life too much. Okay, plan ahead, track well, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay, you've got this. And what I will say is if you are in trouble with CRA, okay, do not go underground. Don't hide from them. They're actually quite good to work with if you are not hiding from them. So if they're calling you, call them back. Okay, if they're connecting with you in any kind of way, connect with them. They can help you with different programs. Thank you, everyone, for attending our webinar. We do appreciate your attendance. A big thanks to TD Bank for their support for our Fresh program. Thank you. And thank you, folks, for attending our webinar.